Alright guys, I wanted to jump back on real quick today just to say something very important for Protestants to hear. This is the reason why Orthodox people online are always going to have the upper hand over 95% of Protestants. It's not because we're smart. It's not because we're better. It's not because any of that. It is one thing, and it is also the same reason why George Janko cannot hang with the likes of Shamun. Let's get into the video. As some of you may know, some of you may not know, Shamun did sit with George Janko about a week ago. He sat with him and George Janko brought on his mentor, someone that's meant to be the person that has all the answers to George's questions and can represent George's position perfectly. So he brought him on, not for a debate, but to ask questions of Sam and to also, I guess, give a counter argument to Sam's position. Now, as Sam has reported, this discussion was going well. You know, anyone who knows Shamun, he knows the Bible back to front, same as the Quran knows it back to front. Any verse, any topic, he just has it. You know, it's God's gift to Sam. He just has it in his mind. He's able to recollect anything and answer people on the spot without even needing to look at the Bible or to search things up. As this conversation is going, Sam is able to answer every question that's proposed to him, and as he is putting forward an argument or putting forward a bit of counter towards George Janko's belief or his mentor's belief, the answers he was getting back was, surprise, surprise, it was airy-fairy. It was, they're really the people that believe in their heart, and that is the true church, and it's really those who do this and those who do that, and there is no facts, there is no history, it is just airy-fairy answers. Sam records that during these airy-fairy answers, he said, listen, the way you asked me questions and I answer them to you through scripture, through historical facts, I want you to answer me the same way. I don't want you to be subjective about this topic. I want you to be objective. And they were unable to do so. So he basically said, look, I'm not going to go forward with this debate if you're going to keep saying this. As he said this, he turned to the cameraman and he goes, I hope you're not editing any of this out. The cameraman said, look, actually the audio stopped 25 minutes ago. Now they went a bit back and forward. George Janko said this, cameraman said that, whatever. And Sam said, listen, just take this as a sign from God that you don't need to post this video. Don't worry about it. George Janko, he didn't counter that. He was like, no, it's all right. Like I'll put it up and it's going to edify a lot of people. It's going to answer a lot of people's questions. Instead, George Janko's like, yeah, I'm not going to put it up. You know, for my 2-3 million viewers, I'm not going to put it up. It's not that important. Although a week ago, the whole, Christian community online was losing their mind over what George Janko was saying. Apparently him addressing it is not that important to him. And instead he puts up a podcast a week later with his mentor. And the first thing his mentor talks about is prosperity gospel. Surprise, surprise.
First question I'm going to ask, man, and this is a lot of people are going to ask this. Is it wrong for a man to be rich? Is it wrong?
No, it is not wrong. Obviously, God, the more you follow God's ways, the more you prosper. That's just fact.
Now, why George Janko will always have this problem and why most Protestants will have this problem, it's something I've observed in my comment sections, and today, it happened today. I put up a video of their favorite guy, Bryce Mitchell, his name Bryce Mitchell, that young guy. I'll put him on the screen for you. This guy, he copies the sermon word for word, and what I was saying in my caption was, it's important when you're new to the faith not to become a teacher. It's quite a simple caption, and I made the analogy of, if you want to come into the Christian faith and after a year or two think you're qualified to give advice and to teach, it is like someone coming into a marathon and at the starting blocks you sprint. So for 200 meters, you're looking behind you, I'm beating everyone, I must be really good at this, and you're winning. But you got 20 kilometers in front of you. You ran 200 meters fast, and the next 20 kilometers, who knows what's going to happen? That is the exact same thing. You've come into the faith, you're passionate, you love it. And this is what I experienced, of course. Everyone that comes to the knowledge of Christ and experiences his love is going to be passionate, no doubt. However, don't get ahead of yourself. This is a marathon. This is the rest of your life. And I was in no position to start posting videos and to teach and to think I know something just because, oh, I pray twice a day, I read my Bible 1 hour, 2 hours, I'm doing so well. That doesn't matter. You're not ready to be a teacher. That was the point of it. Now people got upset. They started saying all these insults back to me, and I could care less. This is the internet. Anyone that's been on the internet more than 5 minutes knows the people that comment hateful things usually have got nothing better to do. So it's not a problem. Come comment, say whatever you want. They're just young kids. They're people that got nothing better to do. That's fine. Most people that have a busy schedule, they look at the internet, they look at something, oh, that's nice, I double tap it, I scroll, double tap, oh, maybe I leave like a comment on like one post, and then I need to go back to life, not sit there and debating people all day. That's fine. People say these things online, but this is like the Achilles heel of the Protestant sort of demographic, this group of young people that are in comment sections online, wherever they are. They're quite emotional. The exact same thing that Sam Shamun said about George Janko is the same thing I see of you guys in comment sections. You see me saying something. It is historical. There is no emotion tied into it. It's merely me saying the grass is green, the water is wet, and that's all I'm saying. And then here come the comments, one after the other. Why are you causing division? Oh, do you think you're better than us because you're that? Jesus wasn't Orthodox, Catholic, or Protestant. Like all these absolutely laughable comments. They're just dumb comments. It's just showing how emotional you are to a historical fact, to something I'm pointing out. Ultimately, this is something you see in atheists. This is something you see in secular people. Secular people cannot divorce statements from emotion. They feel like if I was to say that homosexuality is a sin, therefore I hate homosexuals. If I say Protestants are heretics, therefore I hate Protestants. They're in the same group. They both have the same reaction to statements that I'm saying, where there is no malice behind it. Of course you're going to get insulted, because once you enter the conversation already calling me names and insulting me, that means you're upset. And if you can't defend your position and you just start making subjective claims and experiences, then I think deep down you're wrong. Deep down you've got nothing to stand on. There's no foundation. Now, there are so many Protestants that are humble, that they're very willing to learn, and they come into the DMs. They admit, look, this part here was a bit tricky to understand. I mean, my whole life I was told that, praying to a saint, it's idolatry. We're worshipping people, where Jesus is the only mediator. We shouldn't be praying to saints. This is a hard concept for me. However, when you said this and this, it made a little bit more sense. When you use this verse, oh yeah, I saw the validity in that. When you drew this parallel, okay, that also started getting my mind thinking about these concepts and how maybe I had the wrong idea about this. Maybe I wasn't fully understanding what you guys believe beforehand. And God bless them, they go and search for themselves. I'm not here, I can't spoon feed each person, nor am I interested in spoon feeding each person. I'm not gonna go and grab someone and tell them, look, you need to be Orthodox. I'll present information, you do with it what you want. The same as Christianity as a whole. Just the same way we want to talk to people in the secular world. Up to you. If you get presented with the theist, the Christian belief system, and you want to say, no, I don't think it's true. I don't think the resurrection is valid. I don't care if any of these historical facts are true. Whatever. I'm just going to keep living my life. That's a dangerous group of people to be associated with. If you're a Protestant and you're acting like secular people, if you're always going to your emotions and appealing to them, that's very dangerous, because emotions come and go. I can get really upset on my comment and just say an insult back, and then when I relax 2 minutes later, I feel like an idiot. What for? There's no point, and I don't hold it against anyone. This is the internet. The internet is the ground where, I can call Mike Tyson a Gronk and he can't do nothing to me. But if he was face to face, I'd be asking him for a photo. That's the internet. The internet's not real. The it's crazy. So there's never any offense from my behalf. I've been doing this for 5 years now. I could care less what people say. But it's more about addressing what is happening in the comments, what is happening in sort of the online Christian sphere, what I'm seeing. And look, to wrap it up, I think if we can detach ourselves from emotion, sure, some people are mean, some people are that, but it doesn't change what they are saying. That's what we need to accept. People are saying things, whether they're mean, whether they're being sarcastic, whether they're being whatever, it doesn't change the facts that they are presenting to us, and we should look into them. So detach yourself from emotion, read history, and perhaps you can start to understand concepts better. Like George Janko, when he was talking to Sam Shamun, was all about, but it's all about what I have to feel, I have to experience it. And Protestants, they love everything to be based off experience. Look at Hillsong, everything has to be like the right music and the lights, and they want to create an atmosphere. You don't create spirituality through an atmosphere like that. What did the apostles do? What were they doing for their spiritual life? They're more spiritual than anyone now. The apostles, they didn't need any of that. Something that Western Christianity does not understand, you guys divorced yourself from it, is asceticism. No priesthood, you don't have any liturgies, you don't have vigils, you don't have confession, you don't fast, you don't stick to a prayer rule that someone has prescribed you, you can't humble yourself and call another man father and obey what he tells you. All these things are not going to lead to anything fruitful. And that's why when I see you guys in my comment section, I feel bad. You're not experiencing genuine Christianity. And this is going to sound harsh. Oh, he doesn't accept my relationship. I don't care about your relationship. I'm saying what your church is giving you is not authentic Christianity. If you don't like the message, that's not my problem. If you're going to get upset, that's up to you. I've done so many explanations, so many posts, and people still don't want to even open themselves up to these ideas. They don't want to think about it just a little bit. They want to be resistant, they want to argue, and then they want to appeal to, oh, you're not nice, you're causing division. I've already addressed this division nonsense. Division. There's one church, bro. There's one church that was from the beginning, and you guys separated from the church. And now here we are. If you don't know that, go read about it. We're not trying to hide anything. We're not trying to make anything up. Most people come into my comment section calling me Catholic. Bro, read my bio. Look at the pinned post. Look at my page, Orthodox Saints. Look, bro, you don't even have. There's no point in arguing with people that don't even know who the Orthodox Church is, don't even know the teachings, don't even know church history. And that's why I don't have that much energy anymore to keep addressing each comment and each person in my DMs and over say the same thing. No, there's no point, man. If they want to learn, I give people my complete attention and time. And 90% of people I'm getting back to. Sorry to you 10%, man, there's a lot of people, but I do. When there's genuine conversations, I do get back to people. And I'm proud of that because I do it out of love. I don't get paid for this. I've got so much going on in my personal life. I don't need to be sitting here messaging random people that I don't know and helping them out. But I want to. And I will. God, through the grace of God, I will. I will keep answering questions. I will keep helping people that are genuine. But the people that want to argue, go find someone else. We're trying to build each other up. We're trying to expose the truth. And you guys are stuck on emotion. That's not going to lead to anything fruitful, I'm sorry. Stick to facts. Stick to the truth. Forget about emotion. Emotion comes and goes. And perhaps that is why a lot of people leave the faith, unfortunately, through emotion. Anyway, guys, God bless you. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Hope you found this video a bit edifying. You know, just wanted to come and address this reoccurring thing that happens on my page all the time. Anyway, God bless you guys. I'll see you in the next one.